Yo, this your boy Marvin Sapp, and guess what you're watching? You're watching Encore Live.
Hey everybody, it's Tasha Cobb-Zinner, and you are watching Encore Live. This is Miranda Curtis, and you're watching Encore Live.
We got a call from Monica at Motown shortly after we posted a video of a cover that we did on social media, What a Beautiful Name, from Hillsong. And it was a pretty big song. It just won a Grammy, and
Their version
right. Had just won a Grammy. We're still praying for our version.
Oh,
come on.
somebody. Okay.
All right. So she called and said, hey, we saw the video. We love what you're doing. Do you want to, extend this out? You want to make a record? And I was like, of course. And we started that process. And the first thing we did on Motown was a Christmas song, We Three Kings, on the compilation record. And shortly after that, we worked on the record, and we are so excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. I love worship leading, but the biggest thing I've learned is the worship has to start with us.
Yes.
And we hope that it is contagious. The only thing is, a lot of times you may not know if it's contagious if they caught on, because your demonstration may be different than other people. So I'm definitely leading worship in a place where my demonstration of worship is different. And the audience's demonstration may be silent. It may be, and sometimes it's discouraging, but you have to try the Spirit, by the Spirit. And it's like, you have to discern that, oh, this is working. And it usually does. So be encouraged that the worship starts with you. And you hope that it's contagious to everybody else. But we can't expect everybody to jump up as if we jump up. It's a thing of they're jumping up on the inside. But I would encourage you to keep pushing toward worshiping and demonstrating your worship to your audience.
I mean, I also think the biggest thing as far as that goes is to piggyback on what he was saying. Worship starts with you, but it doesn't start with you on that stage. It starts with you every day of your life. You got to know your way around the Spirit. You have to have intimate relationship and intimate worship yourself with God. And really what you do on stage really becomes an extension of what you're already living. And usually when you start that, you don't have to do as much priming and pumping as you think you are, because authentic worship, for the most part, is very irresistible. People will jump in. They will get in when they perceive that. And so I think that is also something I wanted to add to that.
Absolutely.
Make sure that you know your way around, have a relationship with God, have worship with the Lord every day of your life.
We'd like for people to get out of our EP is just a focus on glory, a focus on Jesus, who he is, acknowledging his characters. Musically, we hope that people are blessed by what we offer and the way we express it. But the message of that music, we hope that people are impacted and lives are changed.
And something, the way that we approached this EP was to be very skillful with what we were doing. And I know that a lot of people don't associate that with worship, unfortunately, but the Word of God really instructs us to worship the Lord skillfully. And so we tried to do it in a way that was very musical. It's not, I guess, the typical way that you would hear or expect to hear worship music, but we think that we did a pretty good job of giving our gifts to God, presenting them in a very skillful way and in a fun way, in a way that's enjoyable to listen to. So that's what we hope that you get out of it.
And to be intentional about what God has given us musically, to be intentional of showing what God has given us, and he be glorified in the process.
Yeah.